As an entrepreneur, creating money while you sleep is the dream, right? Well, over a year ago, I turned my freebie into exactly that. And no, it's not making me millions yet, but it has generated over $500 in sales so far, and it continues to warm up my audience for my paid offerings. And if you have a freebie or two already on your website, then this is a no-brainer and something that you really need to set up today. Now, if you don't have a freebie yet, don't worry. I did this video that walks you through the 3-step process to creating a freebie on your website. But if you've already got a freebie and you're ready to turn it into a revenue generator, then let's dive right on in. So how we're going to turn your freebie into a moneymaker is using a tripwire. Now, a lot of entrepreneurs don't know what this term means, and basically what it is a low-cost offering that is presented as soon as someone opts in to your freebie. It's the next natural step from your freebie and is usually around $7 to $27. A tripwire can be anything from a repurposed video, which is a really good idea because you've already done that work once, to a mini course, an additional PDF or workbook. The key to your tripwire is that it should naturally extend from what they got in the freebie. Now, here's why this is so powerful, and if you don't have a tripwire set up on your website already, you could be leaving money on the table. Someone who even buys a $7 offer from you is highly more likely to buy your higher ticket product, sometimes 10 times even more likely to buy that product. And this is all from a psychological point of view because they have moved from a freebie seeker to an actual customer, pulling out their credit card and trusting you with their money. And that is huge. Another great thing about a tripwire is that if you are running ads, then a tripwire is going to cover the costs. A tripwire is not about making more money. It's really about qualifying your leads and moving them up the value ladder. So now that you understand exactly what a tripwire is and why it's so valuable, let's now look at exactly how you're going to create this on your WordPress website. But first, before we begin, let's have a recap of exactly what we have on our website. So what we have here is our Cadence website, and we have created a free lead magnet here. It's a free 7-day morning yoga challenge for beginners, and we have used Cadence to set this up. Again, if you haven't set this up on your website and you're not sure how to do this, then be sure to check out this video I did. It's a 3-step process of creating your lead magnet on your website. Okay, so let's look at it on the back end. We have a Cadence advanced form, which is linked up to MailerLite, and MailerLite is our email software provider of choice. It is free. We're using the free version. We've used an API key to link it, and once someone signs up, they will be added to the freebie group, and then there will be an automated email that goes out, and that then sends them the free PDF guide. Now, this is where most people stop, and you are not going to. You're going to set up your tripwire here. Okay, so the first step in the process is to create a mini sales page for your tripwire. So this is a page that someone is going to land on straight after they sign up to your freebie. So let's look at my screen here, and what I have is the copy that I've created for the tripwire page. Now, obviously, this I've just created something pretty random and just for demonstration purposes, but there's kind of some things that you need to think about when it comes to your tripwire. It's obviously, like I said before, it's got to extend from your freebie. So we've got love the 7-day challenge, now master every move with proper form and alignment. And what we are giving away is a 30-minute morning yoga flow with proper form and alignment. And the total price is $17 US today. Usually it is $67. So that's another thing you can do on your tripwire page, is show what the original value is, but for 15 minutes, you know, they're going to get it for $17. So we need to now create this sales page. So let's look at the back end of our WordPress website, and let's use Cadence to build this out. So we're going to come to pages here on the left-hand side, and we're going to click add page. Now, the first thing we're going to do is give our page a name, and we're going to call that something that is obviously relates to our 7-day video. So let's just call it 7-day video. And now we can go ahead and we can start building out our sales page. And if you're feeling really daunted about creating the sales page and you're not really good at building out pages or coming up with the design, then I highly recommend checking out DIY Dream Site's Pro Template subscription. I am affiliate of this, so if you do sign up to the template subscription, I will get a kickback, but I highly recommend using this. They've got some of the most amazingly built cadence sales page and blocks that you can piece together to quickly create your sales page. So I'm not going to use that now. I'm going to just start from scratch and show you how to quickly build out your sales page. So let's go ahead and start off with our main opening section. And you do also want to make sure that your sales page is in line with your branding. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to quickly build this out. And if this is something that you want me to touch more on, then be sure to put it in the comments below and just let me know if you want me to do more videos on maybe rebuilding pages and showing you exactly how to build in Cadence. Now, one thing that we are going to add to our tripwire page, which I mentioned earlier, is a evergreen countdown timer. So what we're going to be using is Cadence Blocks Pro, and this is totally optional for you to add onto your page, but it does create a sense of urgency and makes people actually want to buy your tripwire. So to do so, we're just going to come up to the top, and the best place to add this is twice on your page. So once at the top and then further down the bottom. So we're going to come here and we're going to find our countdown timer in Cadence. So we're going to click countdown timer, and there is a free countdown timer, but not the evergreen one. So here it is, and we can go ahead and we can style it however we want. Always good to make your countdown timer have, you know, a bigger, bolder kind of background color. So let's do that, and then we just change the row. So let's actually add before. We're going to add in a row just so we can make the background color a different color, and we're going to center align that. So let's do this. Okay, and we can go ahead and do whatever styling we want here. Okay, and then with the countdown timer, we're going to come here and do a countdown type. So the type we're doing is a evergreen, and we are going to set ours for 15 minutes. So let's just do 15, okay? Here we're going to say amount of days to wait until the evergreen is reset, and I'm going to make this 365, okay? And here we've got verify by IP address, and this will add a delay to the rendering of the countdown. If there's no cookies, if you want to add in, you can do that. Then the next thing we need to set is what's going to happen when this actual countdown timer expires. So here it says show timer at 0, or hide, or replace with content, or redirect. So I highly recommend you do a redirect, and then you create a page that says, sorry, that offering has expired, or you can actually go to the original sales page of your Tripwire that costs a little bit more, that costs the $67. So for now, I'm just going to put a hash there. I can go ahead and create that page, but I'm not going to. Yeah, we can do reveal on load, especially if, and then countdown layout, we can go ahead and we can style this. I highly recommend taking out the days and also the hours, because we've only got 13 minutes. So we want it to be super effective. The other thing we want to do is just maybe increase the sizing of our numbers. So let's make those, that's much better. So it's really effective, and we can see now that's what it looks like. So then we can just duplicate this and then move it further down the page. So let's actually go ahead and duplicate the row. So let's move that further down the page, and okay, let's do it over here. It's just another countdown again. Make this a bit smaller. Okay, so I'm going to click save, and then I am going to publish my page. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that what we are going to need for the next step in the process is this page address. So I'm just going to copy this page address, go to another browser, and I'm going to paste that in. Now, once you paste it in, you can see there's my offering, special offer, this page only, blah, 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 and then they can download that, and then are you ready to get started? Now, another tip that I highly recommend with your page is that you remove the header and the footer. Now, in Cadence, that's pretty easy. All we're going to do is we're going to come to our page settings at the top here, and then we're going to come to here at the bottom and just go to disable header and disable footer, and we'll click save, and then let's just refresh that page again just to see that looks a lot better. And this is our page. I mean, it's not perfect. There's a couple of spacing issues, which I will of course fix, and we can change this image because that is our freebie image, but I'm just using something random for the start. And yeah, this is kind of what our page is looking like at the moment. One important thing that I need to touch on before we complete our Tripwire sales page is that we need to make sure that our website page is not going to be found by Google, because you want to make sure that someone can't do a random search on you and find you on Google. They first need to opt into your freebie. So to do that, you need to have a SEO plugin set up on your website. My preferred one is Yoast SEO, and in order to do this, all we're going to do is have the plugin installed, and then at the bottom of your page you will see this Yoast SEO. We can just basically open that up, and if you want to see it more, you can just drag to resize. Once you drag to resize, you can just scroll down, and then you're going to find the advanced tab. Now, once you're in the advanced tab, all you need to do is allow search engines to show this content. This drop down, we're going to say no, and it says, should search engines follow links on this content? Say no as well. And then you'll just literally save and publish your page, and then Google won't be able to index that page, and people won't be able to find that page on your website or on Google unless they've actually signed up to your freebie. So now that we have our Tripwire sales page set up, the next step in the process is to actually find out a way to deliver our Tripwire. And remember, our Tripwire was that video, that PDF, that workbook that naturally extended from our freebie. And in this step in the process, we really don't want to overcomplicate things by installing additional course platform plugins or membership platform plugins. So the best solution that I have found is SureCart. And the reason why I am using SureCart is because it handles the checkout process, it handles processing payments, and it also handles the process of you delivering your digital product. It's kind of an all-in-one solution, and we're going to be using the free version, but of course there is a pro version of SureCart that you can check out. It's clean, it's professional, it does the job, and I think it really makes the whole process so much easier. So let's dive on into my screen, and I'm going to show you how to set up SureCart, create that product, and deliver your tripwire. Okay, so here we are on our desktop, and what we're going to do is we're going to install the SureCart plugin. Now, before you install the plugin, I highly recommend that you head on over to surecart.com and sign up for a free SureCart account. So you're simply going to go to get started for free, and once you have signed up to that account, then you're going to be presented with your SureCart dashboard, and you'll be able to get the API key that we'll need to link your website to SureCart. So let's go to your dashboard, and we're going to go to plugins, and we are going to add the SureCart plugin. As I mentioned before, we are using the free plugin here. So we're going to type in SureCart. We're going to click enter. And once that loads, you will see the SureCart plugin here, and we'll be able to install and activate that. So let's install that, and then we are going to activate it. Okay, so once we've activated that SureCart plugin, you'll now see SureCart on the left-hand side here, and we can click Get Started. Now, once we click Get Started, it's going to ask you to either create a new store or connect an existing store. So if you have created your SureCart account, you can go ahead, click Connect Existing Store, and then you'll head over to your SureCart account and grab your API key. So we'll head over to SureCart, and we'll head to the bottom left and click on API. Once we click on API, we can then click New API Token in the top right. We'll give the API token a name. So let's call it Website Store Yoga, and we will click Create. Now, once we click Create, we'll be able to copy this token, head back to our SureCart account, and then paste that in there and click Connect. So we are now in the process of connecting our website to SureCart. And as you can see, it says, congratulations, your store has been connected. Okay, so now what we can do is we can go ahead and we can either create our products or set up our store. And I highly recommend you go through that process of setting up your SureCart store. I'm not going to go into detail, but if you do want me to do more tutorial videos on SureCart, please pop it in the comments below, and I'll happily do that for you. So what I want you to do is go to SureCart, and two things that I want you to set up first. Go to your settings and just make sure that your payment processes have been set up. I at the moment have test for Stripe, but the live PayPal. If you don't have this set up, someone won't be able to make payment on your website. And the other thing you need to set up is just make sure under your store details that your store URL is correct. Otherwise, people won't be able to get into their account. Okay, so let's go ahead and create the product that is going to be our tripwire, and we're going to set a price, and we're also going to deliver that. So I'm going to click Add New, and then I'm going to give my product a name. So let's name it Yoga Video Tripwire, and I'm going to click Create. Okay, so now once I click Create, I can add in the description of my product, and I can grab that from my tripwire copy, which I showed you earlier. So let's just copy this here, and I'm just going to paste that in there. And then I'm going to set the pricing. So I'm going to scroll down, click Add Price, and I'm going to set it at $17 under this price section here, and click price. Again, there's so much to SureCart, so if you do want tutorial videos, please let me know, and I will happily create those on my YouTube channel. Okay, scrolling down, the last thing that we need to do is to make sure that we deliver our tripwire. Now, this is where we're going to do it, and like I said, this I feel is the simplest way to deliver a tripwire, because SureCart takes care of the checkout, the payment, and the downloads. So there's two ways that you can deliver your downloads to your customers. So you can either do a secure storage, so by uploading your PDF or your video, or you can do an external link. So for this, what I have actually done is I have created a page on my website, and I've unlisted it so no one can find it on Google. And then I have put my yoga video on this page. Now this page has a specific link. And because it's a download, what I'm going to do is a secure storage, and it's going to be a PDF. So let me show you. Like I said before, this is the simplest way to do something. Maybe it's not the best, but it avoids you adding in unnecessary plugins for courses or memberships. So I've gone to Canva. I created this very simple PDF. It's called Master the Fundamentals. And basically it says to watch the video, click the below link, and someone will click on this and then they'll be able to watch the video. So they'll get the PDF. So all I'm going to do is I am going to do secure storage, and then I am going to upload my PDF. So I have my PDF on my desktop, Master the Fundamentals, and I'm going to drag and drop it in there, upload it, and that's what someone's going to get when they actually sign up. Of course, I can make this as in-depth as possible, or I can keep it as simple as I want. So let's choose that one file, and that's the file they're going to get when they purchase the Tripwire. Okay, so let's save and publish this. And then one other thing we need to do is we need to come to instant checkout here, and we need to make sure that it is published. So we're going to click publish there, and then this is what we're going to look at is view here, and this is the link we're going to grab, and we're going to go back to our sales page and add that to our sales page. So if I click view, let's just save the product before we do that. So save, click instant checkout and view. And there we go. We've got yoga video Tripwire, $17. This is what it is. And someone can go ahead and then they can sign up there and purchase it and do a PayPal checkout. Or if they want to do a credit card, they can do so here. And that's through Stripe. So we need to now go back and we need to grab this link, and then we need to add it to our sales page. So from here, we're going to go to instant checkout here, and we are going to copy this link down below. So copy that, and we're going to head back to our Tripwire sales page, which I still have open. It's this one here. And wherever I have a button, I am now going to put it in there. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to paste in the link there, press enter, scroll down and pop in the link there and click enter. And let's just have a look at what it looks like on the front end and make sure that when someone does click through on this, it goes to the right page. Okay, so that is working perfectly fine. So now we have our Tripwire set up. When someone purchases it, then they can get the download and they can watch the video. Now, the last step in the process is to make sure that that Tripwire sales page is presented as soon as someone downloads our freebie. So we are going to go back to our homepage and where we have that set up. So let's go back to our homepage. This is our homepage here where we had that free 7-day morning yoga challenge. We're going to click edit page. We're going to scroll down, and where we have that cadence form is where we're going to add in a redirect now. So make sure that you are in the cadence advanced form, and under submit actions, you're going to click on the drop down, you're going to come down below and you're going to click redirect. Once you click redirect under redirect settings, then you're going to paste in the URL, or you can type in whatever that URL is. So let's go back to our page and just grab that URL here. So there is the URL there. So we can copy this and we can paste that in there and click enter and click save. So now that we've got it all set up, it's time to test our Tripwire. So what we're going to do is I highly recommend coming to SureCart and just creating a simple coupon that you can use to test this out. So I've got a code here, 100% off. And once I've tested it and it's all working, then I will of course come here and delete it. So I'm just going to copy this code, and then I am going to go to an incognito window, and I'm going to then test out my Tripwire. So here I am on my homepage, and I am going to put in Nicola and my email address, and I'm going to click start my 7-day journey today. And now I've done that, the Tripwire page pops up. I've got 15 minutes left to purchase this. And this is all working. So now I can say, yes, give me instant access to this. And I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to put in my email address again and my name. And I've got my coupon code. So I'll pop that in, click apply. And then I am going to purchase my yoga video tripwire. So now once I purchase my yoga tripwire video, it's going to say, thank you, that's great. And I'm going to click continue. You can also create a thank you page that you want, which has the video on it. So let's go and just log into the site. And if I want to, I'll just send a login code to do so. Okay, so I got the login code, so I'm going to pop that in. Once I've got that, then you will notice that you do have, under your downloads, you will have the yoga video tripwire because I purchased that, and I can click on that. And once I click on that, I've got the download, so I will download that and save it on my desktop. And let's have a look at that. Okay, so I've opened that up, and now when I click on this, I will be able to go ahead and watch that video. And that's it. Now you have a fully set up tripwire funnel that's going to work for you 24/7. Don't overcomplicate this process. Choose your freebie and choose a tripwire, something that you've already got in your files that you created ages ago, and start making money today. And if you do follow this tutorial guide and get your tripwire set up, be sure to pop it in the comments below. I'd love to see what you set up, and I'd love to cheer you on to making money while you sleep. And if you need help with any of the tools that I mentioned, be sure to check the description below. I've listed all the tools there, including that DIY Dream Site Pro Template subscription, which is going to save you so much time when you're creating your sales page. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.